Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going today? Coach Alvarez here. Another episode, Coffee with Coach. Trying to bring you some mental vitamins today, help put your mind in the right place. Trying to get some of you guys to calm down. Again, if you didn't wake up on the right side of the bed this morning, these videos are to help you put your mind back in the right place so that you can be productive, have a positive day, and maybe not such an angry day. Anger. So I'm listening to the Jocko podcast again, another episode, and it's just weird. It's just funny how things like that happen. Like when I listen, sometimes I'm listening to things and, I just catch things and I'm like, hey, I like that. I'm going to talk about that. But yesterday I caught a new video and it was talking about disarming someone that's always negative, someone that's always coming at you with just, some hate and they got some haterade, man. They drink a whole gallon of haterade and they're just saying things and putting things out there. And how do you deal with that? And I talked about that yesterday. Then today I get up, taking out the trash. It's recycling day, doing that whole thing, putting the trash out. I'm hitting a video and he's talking about anger. They're talking about anger and tempers and how do you deal with that? And so one of the things, and they talk about a couple different situations, but they're talking about de-escalating and detaching, all right? De-escalating and detaching. And this is really good for all of us, okay? All of us. There's so much anger and hate right now between friends, family members, students, people that train together that were cool. Now they're not becoming cool because of all the stuff that's going on out there. And for some individuals, you have a right to be angry, because of the situation that happened. I think anyone that loses a family member from someone else's negligence has a right to be angry. But are you helping or hurting the situation is what we're talking about today. And it's something that I think everyone should keep in the back of their mind when they're dealing with certain individuals, where you can read their post, or if they chime in on your post, or if you're having a conversation with someone, are they angry? Can you see it in their eyes? Can you hear it in their voice? Can you see it in their, hear it in their tone? Or the way they're writing things or the way they share things on social media. You can see right through that, the anger and the hate that's coming through them. And, it's just kind of like, the Star Wars, the Jedi Knight stuff, the Emperor, he's telling Luke Skywalker, like, he sees the rage in his eyes and he feels it. He's like, good. Like I feel the hate. That's good. Like that's what he wants. And that's what people want, man. They want you to be angry. They want you to hate because that's what's inside of them. That's what's inside their heart. Their heart is filled with anger and hate for whatever reason. And people will try to pull you into that, like the Emperor, man. They will try to get you to switch to the dark side and become a very angry and hateful individual. And you have to be very self-aware and pay attention to yourself. Are you becoming that way? Are you becoming a very angry and hateful individual? And the things that you write and post and share and say, are they hurting or helping the situation? And me, most definitely, without a doubt, wants to help the situation. I do not want to hurt the situation anymore or inflame the situation that's going out there. Talking about the stuff that's happening today, or just any kind of situation. Definitely not trying to hurt the situation. I'm trying to help the situation. So listening to the Jocko podcast, they're talking about de-escalate, right? So what happens if someone's angry and has a temper with you, okay? Because they talk about like when they're out in the battlefield and they got certain missions going on and things are happening, things are going wrong and, things are kind of going haywire and there's really no order. And it's like someone, the leader has to de-escalate the situation. You got to realize that someone's angry, fired up, hateful, and if you don't get control of that situation, it's not going to go anywhere positive. It's not going to go anywhere good. So what do you got to do? You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and de-escalate the situation at hand. Now, they're talking about also, so I'm reading my notes here, what if it's yourself, okay? What if you are the problem? What if you are the one that's angry, hateful, you know, saying things, putting bad vibes out there? You have to detach. You have to detach yourself from the situation, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm very aware that there's some individuals out there, they are not trying to help. They know they're not trying to help the situation. They are purposely trying to inflame and make the situation worse because of what's going on with them. They're not happy in life. This is how I look at it. You know, when you got someone that's just so angry and so mad in the way they post things and say things and everything that you see that's on their Facebook page or social media or when you talk to them in person, is just always so pissed off. Like, man, what is going on in your life, man? What is wrong in your life right now that needs to be fixed? You know, something is going on that you are not happy with, and you need to take a step back and do like the David Goggins stuff, and he's talking about the live autopsy, man. Like, open yourself up and see where all the hate is at. Where's all this hate coming from? You know, what got you like this? And do you want to stay that way? You know, do you want to stay a hateful, angry, you know, pissed off person to where that's what you're known as? You know, these are some tough times right now for everyone, man. And are you hurting or helping the situation, man? You know, I don't want to be known as that. I want people to come to these videos or come to me knowing that, you know, I can talk with some sense. You know, I can talk and we can talk about a situation, and knowing that I'm not going to just go off the rails and flip out because I feel so strongly, which I do. I feel very, very strongly about a lot of things. But it's the way they come out and the way that I talk about them makes a huge difference, because I can see right now certain individuals, what you guys are sharing, what you're saying, what you're writing, posting. There's so much hate behind those words, man. There's something going on. There's something else besides the situation at hand right now, that there's something else going on in your life that you're not happy with, that you really, really need to kind of just step back, detach from, and see what needs to be fixed, because we all should really, really be trying to help the situation at hand, trying to bring people together, trying to just help the situation. You know, at the 10:30 class yesterday, I had, I don't know, 3-4 Mexicans on the mat, white guy on the mat, Muslim guy on the mat, Cuban, couple Cubans on the mat, black guy on the mat. I mean, it was every color and every race on my mat yesterday. And there's no problem, man. We're just doing jiu-jitsu, training jiu-jitsu. We're back to grappling now, man. Life is good. We get on the mat, we shake hands, we get our exercises in, get our drills in, get the rolls in, man. Everyone's breathing heavy and sweating and feeling good. And there's no problem. There's no problem. But the problem is what? When we walk out of the academy, we forget that we're martial artists. We forget that about respect. Everyone walks in the academy, they bow on the mat. They see their teammates, hey, you know, give them a hug, you shake hands, and you know, there's love there, a lot of love. But then as soon as we get around our other friends or our other people, things take over, you know, and you're not that person you are on the mat anymore. And I reminded my students of that yesterday, like, hey, don't forget that you're a martial artist, man. Don't forget that you wear a gi and you tie your belt and you come in here, man, and you bow on the mat, bow off the mat. And the way you guys treat each other in here, man, don't let that stop just because you walk out of the academy doors. Don't let that change. Keep that attitude. At least that's mine. Like, trying to always, and again, no one's perfect, man. No one's perfect. Man, everyone makes mistakes, including myself. But I am very self-aware right now that I do not want to hurt the situation at hand or any other situation. You know, I'm older now. I'm trying to be, you know, wiser with things that I made mistakes in the past and be like, yeah, that didn't help me. Acting that way and being angry and pissed off and, you know, whatever didn't help that situation. And that's what they're talking about in this podcast. They said it never, ever helps the situation or improves the situation. And what Jocko was saying here at the end is he was telling one of the guys, like, hey, calm down, man. I'm here to win. I'm here to help us win. I'm here to help. I'm here to get us to the next level, you know, to get the mission accomplished. And we can't get the mission accomplished with both of us upset and pissed off at each other to where we're not thinking straight and we're not getting things done because we're sitting here arguing with each other. So really, really good stuff today, man. It's like I said, it's just weird. It's funny how, you know, just things will just come. I'll click on something, man, and it's very relatable to the situation that's going on right now. Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. But yesterday and today, it is very relevant. I just happened to click on a different video that I haven't listened to before. And they're talking about your anger and temper and how to deal with that. Again, if it's someone else, you try to de-escalate the situation, bring the tempers down, bring the anger down so that you can get things done. And then if it's yourself, okay, if it's yourself, you have to detach and pull yourself away from it. And again, I just throw in the David Goggins stuff in there. The live autopsy, open yourself up, find out what's going on. Because, man, if you're the one always sharing hateful stuff, you're always the one just pissed off. And I see this from so many people that I know on Facebook, man. I just scrolled. I'm just like, man, what is going on? There is something else going on besides what's being put on the news or what's going on in the world today. There is something else going on with those individuals that they're not happy with in life, that they're acting like that. You know, yeah, absolutely. We're going to have emotions and get emotional about things that are happening out there, but not to the point where, you know, what you're putting out there is some very hateful stuff and some very angry stuff to where, you know, darn well, man, it's not helping the situation at any, man. You're trying to throw gasoline on a big fire right now. So how do you want to be remembered, man, when all this stuff is over, or just when any situation is over? How do you want to be looked at? You know, how do you want to be looked at? Do you want to be looked at as an individual that try to calm the situation down and try to help the situation? Or you're going to be remembered when this thing is all over with that really kind of made it worse, okay? Definitely don't want to do that. I don't know. It's your choice, your decision, it's your life. But all I'm saying is I am definitely not trying to go that route and not trying to help, you know, make things any worse than what they already are. And just trying to be more self-aware. So de-escalate, detach, and, you know, let's all try to make this thing a lot better and help improve what's going on out there. You know, like I said, be a martial artist. If you're watching this now and you train jiu-jitsu, you know, you bow on the mat and you're showing all kind of different people love, man, then keep showing love. Be a martial artist, man. Don't change. Don't change just because you walk out those academy doors. You flip back into something else, man. Don't go to the dark side. All right? Catch you guys next time.